Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Curious Cuttlefish. I am Sarah and welcome to our yarn dyeing adventure, day 3. Welcome to my channel everyone. Today is day 3 of our little yarn dyeing adventure. So what I will be showing you guys today is I let the yarn sit overnight so that it can come down to room temperature. You do not want it to cool too rapidly. So I let that yarn sit overnight and now I am going to be washing it and hanging it up to dry. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. And yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, so I had microwaved these rolls right here, and I let them sit overnight so that they can cool down to room temperature. And now I need to unwrap it to get the yarn out. So hope I didn't get too much green happening. I was hoping that by using this method I would get a nice blue and yellow without the green, but we shall see if this technique worked. Okay, not too bad. See how much pigment comes out when I wash this. I'm hoping it'll stay nice. This turned more purpley than I thought it would. It looked very blue when we were dyeing it. Alright, so what we're going to do is I like to add a little bit of clear dish soap. I just got this at the dollar store. So just a drop of that. And we're just going to mix this around. We want that soap to pull out any extra color that hasn't been absorbed into the fiber. So as you can see, it's getting some of that blue. Alright, so I'm just going to wash this gently because this is a mixed fiber yarn. We have to be a bit more gentle with it. Okay, so now we're ready to wash our yarn. It has come down to room temperature, as you can see right here. So excited to see what this one's going to look like. So I'm just going to pull these skeins out one at a time, and we're going to do them one fiber at a time since we have different fiber types. So these are the mohair blend. And again, I'm using clear dish soap to help get out any excess color that wasn't absorbed into these fibers. So usually, yep, there's some blue. Usually some blue will come out. I just want to keep washing this yarn until the water is clear. I'm really liking this green and purple. Hoping, yeah, there are hits of blue. And because these are hand dyed, each skein is going to be slightly different. Can't make them exactly the same when they're hand dyed. But it's getting more clear. Should be good after this one. Okay, so now I like to squeeze out as much of the water as possible at this point. This off to the side. And let me do this one. So again, trying to squeeze out the water. There's some nice speckling going on right here on this skein of yarn. See the speckling? Oh, I really like how that turned out. Okay, trying to get out the excess water. Okay, so these are going to go hang up to dry, but before we can move on to that drying rack, I am going to wash these other skeins. So these are Super Wash Merino. I just got a whole bunch of dye in my sink. Okay. Alright, so these are Super Wash Merino, and if you, once this yarn is dry, you'll be able to see how different it is when picking up the color. So, just dumping out the excess water coming there. Going to add my drop of dish soap right into here so that we can wash this. I personally love how Super Wash Merino wool picks up color. I feel like it picks it up very vibrantly as opposed to the Kid Mohair and alpaca blend that I just used. I think it's alpaca, it might be wool. I would need to check. I know it's mohair. But the mohair tends to absorb more muted colors even when you're using vibrant dyes, and Super Wash Merino tends to make them more vibrant. And then wool is like a nice in-between of those two. So hopefully I can do a video showing those different fibers and how they all react to the same types of dye this month. For now, just trying to get out
There's still some, I can still smell the vinegar in the dye bath of this one. So again, just gonna keep washing. But as you can see, even with me washing this superwash merino, there is not nearly as much blue coming out because the merino wool absorbs the dye a lot more than the mohair. And that's just the nature of different types of fibers. Some can absorb the color way better than others. So, yeah. I don't think I'll have to rinse this one as many times. I'm going to do one more just to be safe. But it looks like it's washing out pretty clear. Everything looks good. Just gonna grab these, and you'll notice I didn't really twist the mohair that much when squeezing it out. That's because those fibers tend to be a little looser, and I don't want to pull out fibers from the yarn. It can result in it starting to felt. Superwash merino, you have a bit more freedom because it is a superwash fiber. You can usually do a little bit more to it and not have to worry. So, getting out all that excess water. I'm loving this colorway, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Let me squeeze the water out of this one right here. Okay, so now that I've squeezed out the excess water from these, I am going to go hang this up to dry. So let me move my camera over to my drying rack and I'll show you guys how I hang this up. Okay, so here we are at my yarn drying rack, and as you can see, I have hung all this yarn up to dry. And so this is just on one of those laundry drying racks, and this is what I use to dry my yarn. So it's set up in my kitchen. Sorry for the background. But I leave it here to dry a day to 2 days, depending on how warm it is. It'll depend on how long it takes for this yarn to air dry. So washing and drying is what I do on day 3. And I'll come back to you guys on day 4 and show you the progress, and then on day 5 if it needs it. Alright.